And that is how you're gonna get rid of that last bit of stubborn belly fat. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. My name is Logan Delgado, aka Goody Beats. I am a proud father, a proud husband. I'll also total of 70 pounds utilizing the ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. And I'm now dedicated my life to help you, yes, you, never forget that it's never too late to become what you might have been. So if you want to learn how to get rid of that last stubborn belly fat, trust me, I know how frustrating it is, guys. When I was going through my journey of losing 70 pounds, it took forever to lose that last bit of 10, 15 pounds so I could get shredded, get those abs popping. It was so hard. But in today's video, I'm gonna give you 6 tips on how you can get rid of that stubborn belly fat and not go through the ups and downs and the frustration that I did to get rid of that last bit of weight. Now, before we go over these tips, guys, I wanna thank the sponsors of this video, and the sponsors are Element Electrolyte Drink. When it comes to drinking water, guys, you know it's so hard for your boy to drink water because I hate plain water, which is why it's so beneficial for me to add Tasty Element to my water because it makes drinking water so much easier. And the great thing about Element is that it has everything you need without all the junk, and it's very salty with the best part, no sugar. It contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. That's pretty damn good. And like I said, no junk, no sugar, no coloring, no artificial ingredients, no gluten, no filters, and most importantly, no BS. So if you're somebody who is just starting a low-carb ketogenic diet, a ketogenic diet, or maybe you're someone who suffers from cramps, headache, brain fog, there's a good chance that you're not getting enough electrolytes in, so I highly recommend getting Element. And right now, Element is offering my subscribers a free sample pack with any of their orders. That's right, you're gonna get 8 single serving packets for free with any of your Element order. Now, this is a great way to try out every flavor and see which one you like, and you can get your free sample pack right here, drinkelement.com/goodybeats. And this deal is only gonna be available through my YouTube channel. So make sure you click the link in the description below, drinklmnt.com/goodybeats. All right, guys, so here we go. Tip number 1 on how to get rid of that stubborn belly fat. Okay, so one of the most important things to get rid of that stubborn belly fat is daily activity. As you can see, holding my daughter, Camila. Camila, say hi.
Hi.
She's looking at the screen right now.
Daddy doesn't want me to know my popsicles.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's another video for another day. She just said Daddy doesn't let her eat any more popsicles. You're right, because popsicles have sugar, and if you eat too much sugar, what happens?
How about we tell you to the healthy ones?
Yes, you got to get healthy ones. That's right. But that's another video for another day, my love. Let's talk about how to get rid of stubborn belly fat. Okay, so guys, daily activity. As you can see, I'm walking on my treadmill right here. This is a stand-up treadmill, and I have this at my desk. So I set it up at my desk because most people
You have to walk around it.
That's right. That's right.
If you don't walk around it, that means you roll off.
That's right, you'll roll off. Okay, let me finish my point, my love. Okay, so like I was saying, daily activity. For a lot of you guys, you're gonna sit around all day. And even though I know a lot of you think that you are active throughout the day, for a good amount, you're either on the couch, you're on your desk chair, you're watching YouTube, you're on the toilet, you're sitting for a majority of the day. You need to increase your daily activity, which is why for me, since I work from home and I work at a desk, I can be sitting here editing videos for hours. I can do that. Instead, I walk and edit videos for hours, okay? So it's a big difference. And what's the biggest beneficial thing to it? Burning calories. The more you walk, the more active you are, the more calories you're gonna burn, which is gonna put you in a calorie deficit and help you lose that stubborn belly fat. Remember, it's the little things. When you wanna get rid of that last 10, 15 pounds, it's all the little things that matter, and they're gonna add up. So if you can do that, increase your daily activity, walk anytime you get an opportunity to walk, anytime you get an opportunity to take the stairs, take the stairs. Anytime you get an opportunity to go for a walk during your lunch, after work, before work, get up an hour before you go to work and go for a walk outside. Daily activity, guys. Remember, it's all about taking that extra mile and putting in more work, expending more energy so you can get rid of that stubborn belly fat. Okay, so on to tip number 2. You need to set a time, you need to set a date, a goal. When I was trying to lose my weight, I made sure to set a goal because I wanted to do a photo shoot. So regardless, it almost kind of puts the fire underneath your butt, right? That, hey, I have to do this. Because let me give another example. I'm a wannabe bodybuilder, right? So if I said, I used to always say, hey, I want to do a show. I'll do a show when I'm ready. Guess what? I didn't do a show for 3, 4, almost 5 years because I wasn't technically ready. But you know what? If I would have picked a show 6, 7 months down the road, signed up for it and committed to it, I would have had no choice but to get ready. And that's one thing that I highly recommend you do if you really want to be serious about losing that last bit of 10 to 15 pounds. You need to set a date, whether that's going on vacation, whether that's a wedding anniversary coming up, a special occasion, maybe your daughter's getting married, your son's getting married, you want to look good standing in front of all those people, right? Whether you got a photo shoot or you're getting ready for a show, it doesn't matter. Pick a date and commit to it. And when I say commit, I mean put some money down, sign up, do something that's gonna hold you accountable. I know for me, I do not like wasting money. And that was always my biggest thing. Is that's why I didn't ever want to commit, because I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna sign up for this $300 show. What if I'm not ready and I don't go to it? I don't want to waste $200. But I knew if I would have done that, I would have got ready, because I do not like wasting money. I mean, who the hell likes wasting money? Nobody likes wasting money. So that is one thing that I highly recommend, and one big tip that I recommend to you. So if you want to get rid of that last bit of 10 pounds, set a date. And it needs to be realistic, guys. You can't say, hey, I need to lose 60 pounds, so I'm going to give myself 2 months. That's not realistic. You don't want to do that, guys. So please be realistic with yourself. Remember, it took me almost 2 years to lose 70 pounds, and I gave it all I got. Remember, guys, I was working out for 6 days a week. I was doing cardio. I was eating clean. I was doing fasting. I was doing keto. I was doing it all, and it still took me 2 years to lose, well, almost 2 years to lose 70 pounds. So you need to be realistic. Pick a date, circle it on your calendar, and let it remind you every time that you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to do cardio, you don't want to fast, you don't want to eat clean, you don't want to work out, and you just see that date like, I can't. I committed to this date. It's there. It's coming regardless. I gotta do what I gotta do, and that's gonna be a big factor to keep you motivated and hold you accountable. Okay, so on to tip number 3, and that is tracking your macros. Now, this is one of those things that if you're a beginner, someone who is just trying to get into their weight loss journey, I always recommend you hold this for later, because I don't want to overcomplicate people. Let me give a good example. So if my mom came to me and she wanted to lose weight and she wanted to work with me and I was going to coach her, she doesn't know what macros are, okay? She's a little bit older. She's not into this fitness, industry. She's not into this fitness life. So she doesn't know what the heck macros are, right? And I wouldn't want to confuse her. I would really want to take her by the hand and just show her the basics first. Like, hey mom, let's eliminate this. Let's add this. Hey, let's add a little bit more protein into your meal. Let's take away the processed carbs and junk. But like I said, if you're someone who's already lost 40, 50 pounds, you just need to get that 10 to 15 left, you're gonna need to count macros. Because like I said, like I've been saying in this video, it's all about the little things now. If you truly wanna get those abs popped out, you wanna get shredded, you wanna get rid of that belly fat on the side of your stomach or on that lower back, everything counts. Every little thing counts, and especially counting macros. I mean, how can you say, I don't know why I'm not losing weight, but you can't even tell me how much fat you're eating. You can't even tell me how much protein you're eating. You can't even tell me how much carbs you're eating. You're going to need to count macros. You're gonna need to get a weight scale to weigh your food, to weigh your protein, to weigh your fats, to weigh your carbs, because you need to know exactly how much calories you are eating. And reason for that being is because you need to know if you are truly in a calorie deficit. You cannot get rid of that 10 to 15 pounds if you're eating at maintenance or if you're eating in a calorie surplus. And the only way to know if you're in those two categories is by tracking your macros. So it's like everything goes up a level, right? There's levels to everything. Now look, it's very easy for people to lose that first 20, 30 pounds. It's very hard to lose that last 10 to 15. And the only way to do that is the little things. And of course, tracking your macros is gonna be key. Okay, on to tip number 4, and that is sleep. You need to be making sure you're getting 8 hours of sleep. So Great example for me is I used to think the more I stayed up, the more I was awake, the more calories I would burn, the more active I am. Oh, if I only sleep for 2 to 3 hours a day, that's good. I'm grinding. That means I'm really working towards my goal. Wrong. I'm telling you, rest and recovery is so key when it comes to losing that last bit of 10 to 15 pounds. Why? Because sleep is gonna control your blood sugar. It's gonna control your insulin levels, right? I've did a great example on my Instagram. If you guys aren't following my Instagram, follow me on my Instagram. There was a convention recently where it was a lot of my friends were there and we stayed up every single night. And I only got like maybe 2 to 3 hours of sleep that weekend. I checked my blood sugar Monday morning. Holy crap, was it skyrocketed. And now I knew the reason for that is because I didn't get enough sleep. And then a couple of days later, as I was back on my normal sleep schedule, my normal routine, I checked it again and boom, I was back at 85. Great blood sugar reading first thing in the morning, great insulin reading first thing in the morning. And it was all because of sleep. So if you're not getting enough sleep every night, it's gonna be very hard for your body to get in that fat burning zone, that fat burning mode, because your insulin's gonna be high at all times. When your insulin is high, guess what? You're gonna be in a bad mood. You're gonna have crazy eating cravings. You're gonna wanna eat as your insulin goes up and down. And the higher it is, the more you're gonna wanna eat and the harder it is for you to lose that last bit of 10 to 15 pounds of body weight, which is why ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting work so well when it comes to losing body fat, because guess what you're doing with your blood sugar? It's stabilized through the whole day. There's no big spikes, there's no big crashes, it just stabilizes. And another big factor to that is sleep. You need to be aiming for 8 hours of sleep. Please don't get it twisted, guys. Just because you think you're grinding, just because you think, sleep is for the weak, I'll sleep when I'm dead. No. Sleep is very important. Rest and recovery is key if you want to lose that last bit of 5 to 15 pounds. So make sure you're getting enough sleep every single night. Okay, on to tip number 5. And what that is you may need to take a break. I've had many clients come to me saying, hey, I can't get rid of that last 10 to 15, and they've been dieting for over a year. And it's like, dude, at some point you need to take a break. Our bodies are not designed to be dieting all year round. For the most part, if you're getting ready for a show, going on vacation, you have an anniversary or a special date coming down the calendar later on the year, you want to diet, for 5, 6, 7, 8 months maybe, but you don't want to be dieting all year round. You don't want to be dieting for 2 years, because why? You're going to screw up your metabolism, because if you are dieting correctly, most likely you're in a calorie deficit, and you're putting yourself in a calorie deficit for over a year, you're going to dramatically slow down your metabolism. And what happens when you do that? It's going to make it so hard for you to lose the rest of that weight, because your body is almost in starvation mode. It's almost in survival mode. So it's doing everything it possibly can to hold on that last bit of body fat, because it doesn't know when it's gonna get more food. So I know this sounds crazy, but if you wanna break that plateau, you wanna get rid of that extra body fat, you may need to take a diet break for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. Now, when I say that, I don't mean you just need to just binge and eat whatever you want. No, you still need to eat clean. You just need to do it at a higher calorie rate, okay? To kind of boost that metabolism, reset everything, and then you can slowly jump back into your diet. But I know this one's very hard for people to comprehend, and I know it could be a struggle. I know it was for me. I was always so used to eating in a calorie deficit. I was always so used to being shredded. But if I wanted to make progress, I wanted to build more muscle, I wanted to get stronger, I was going to need to eat more. And for me, mentally, that was really hard, especially for me, someone who came from being overweight, from being huge. I was always scared, oh, if I eat more, am I gonna go back to the old Logan? Am I gonna go back to the old fat Logan? So it was very mental for me. And I think this one is very mental for a lot of people, because they think, oh, all that progress I made, all that, 30, 40 pounds I made, I'm just gonna wipe it away. No, if you can eat clean, continue to do what you need to do with your cardio, your sleep, your water, your daily activity, but just eat at a slightly higher calorie window, you will do yourself good in the long run. Remember, we need to look at this as long-term, not short-term. Okay, once you lose all that weight, you need to have that mindset that I am never going back to the old me. Like when I see my old fat pictures, it just reminds me like I am never going back to the old Logan. I'm just not. I refuse to. And because I've created these habits, because I've learned these tips that I'm sharing with you today, I am never going to go back to the old Logan, okay? Okay, so now we're on tip number 6, and what that is you need to incorporate some type of resistance training. For those of you who already incorporate resistance training, that's great, keep it up. Please don't stop what you're doing. But for a lot of people who are trying to get rid of that last bit of body fat, you know, guess what? Well, guess what they're always doing? They're always doing cardio. Every time they go to the gym, they're just doing cardio. Cardio, elliptic machine, you know, Peloton. Okay, that's great and all. I think that's great. You should probably keep doing that, but you need to incorporate some type of resistance training, minimum 3 days out of the week, guys. Okay, when you build muscle, you're making it easier for your body to lose body fat. The more muscle you have, in actuality, the more calories you can eat. So guess what? You can actually still get shredded, lose that 10 to 15 pounds, and still eat slightly higher calories than you would if you weren't incorporating resistance training. Now, for those of you who are wondering, you know, what the heck is resistance training? Essentially what that is weight training, weightlifting, you know, going to a typical gym, you know, training chest, training back, training arms, training legs, kind of like your bro splits. But I would highly recommend going into the gym and just doing like your basic upper body, lower body, and then your arms, and just doing that at least minimum 3 times a week. So I'll give you my schedule on what I do. So I work out 5 days out of the week, Monday through Friday. I take the weekends off. On Mondays, I train back and biceps. On Tuesdays, I train triceps and chest. On Wednesdays, I do all lower body, so that is all leg day. On Thursdays, I do shoulders and traps. And then on Fridays, it's back to back and buys because I really want to have a big back and I really want to have big biceps. So I hit that twice a week. And that is my current split. And that's how I incorporate resistance training. You can do it any way you want, guys. The most important thing is just incorporate some type of resistance training into your daily routine, your weekly routine, your monthly routine, whatever that may be, especially if you're not doing that already and you're trying to lose that 10 to 15 pounds. There's just so many things that you can benefit from lifting heavy weights. And this goes for ladies too. If you're watching this, ladies, you need to be doing resistance training. Trust me, you're not gonna get big, you're not gonna get bulky, you're not gonna look like a dude. In fact, you're gonna look exactly how you want to look. You're gonna look great, you're gonna look tone. I know tone is one of the words that a lot of women like to use. I don't even know what that means, but I think I know what you're going for, but that is how you're gonna look. You're gonna look great. You're gonna look toned. You're gonna look chiseled in a good way, not big, not bulky. So get into the gym and do some type of resistance training 3 days out of the week, and that will really help you look good, feel good, eat more food, and get rid of that last 10 to 15 pounds of body fat. So there you go. Those are my 6 tips on how to get rid of that stubborn last bit of body fat. Let me know if these tips did help you. If they did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button and make sure you share this video with your friends for the algorithm gods. And we'll see you on the next video, guys. Absolutely love you. Peace.